Hey everybody, it's Tanya at Hummingbird Paintery. Tonight's Friday night and it's 6 o'clock p.m. Central. The weather is kind of coming bad here. It's not really raining right now. We've had on and off rain, but they do have tornado warnings out until 6:10. So if anything happens to my power or whatever, you'll know what happened. If you don't see the live button up at the top of the page, then hashtag replay and let me know where you're from. Hey, Vicki Schneider, how are you doing? It's good to see you. So we're going to make a bunny rabbit. We're going to paint this one. Hey, Miss Paula. And this is the one, like the large one in my living room. And we're going to paint that. So I'm going to get started just so we can get finished with everything. I'm going to do the sides with a little bit bigger brush so it'll be easier to do. I've got kind of a darker color. See, it seems like it wants to flash on and off. I hope that I don't lose power. But I'm going to do the dark color on the outside here. This isn't my favorite color, brown, but it is called Honeycomb. And it's kind of a weird color brown. I'm going to put a little white with it for the bunny rabbit, but I'm going to go ahead and paint the sides just the regular color. Thank you for painting the page, Miss Jerry. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm doing well too, Miss Vicki. Hey, Miss Debbie Moeller, how are you doing? I hope y'all had a good day today. I had a good day. I had to go get my oil changed. Y'all, getting the oil changed and your tires rotated is turning into a ridiculous amount of money. I don't know if y'all have done that lately, but it cost a whole lot, a lot more than I thought to get that done today. It's a little bit crazy. Hey, Miss Jackie, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. So I'm trying to paint the sides of it first, and I'll do the back later. I did not put a painted bow on here because I'm just going to put a regular bow on here. Hey, Miss Tony McGee, how are you doing? Happy Friday. So is it bad weather where y'all are too? Because I know that power can go out and all that kind of stuff. I'm doing well, Miss Jackie. Thanks for asking. Hey, Miss Linda McClure, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Hopefully I won't get knocked off by the bad weather. But so far, so good. It's really kind of quiet. I just keep getting like a little flash, like the power's going to go out, but it hadn't gone out yet. Not even for a minute. What does that mean? Miss Vicki, something about paint the paper maybe? I don't know. Hey, Miss Barbara, it's good to see you. Thank you for being here. It's windy here too, Miss Tony. And they were telling some areas, but it was in Millington, which is about 30 minutes from me. You haven't had power, so your phone stays up. Hope that your phone stays up. Well, I hope it does too, but you be careful. Let me go on this side. Let me do this part first, and then I'll do the bottom. Really doesn't matter if you do the bottom because it's going to be sitting on the bottom, but it's okay. I'm going to put a little bit of water with it. It just helps it to slide better. I kind of do that anyway. Was supposed to get 5 to... Ooh, of snow. Gosh, I don't want any snow. But the weather's just really bizarre lately. Thank you, Miss Linda. I enjoy it. It's like my first love. Well, my first and my second love. My first love is to paint, and then my second love is to cut out stuff and wood. And so my mom didn't get her refrigerator delivered. It's not supposed to be delivered until this coming Tuesday. So I got my Tuesdays mixed up. I'm really upset by that. So I still have to go back over there so I can put a note on the door so they know what to do. Hey, Miss Annette, it's good to see you. Thank you for being here. I'm just going to kind of get these little edges off of the back here. So it's really going to be kind of like that. It's kind of ugly. But we'll paint it later. And I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom, even though you don't really have to since it'll be sitting on the bottom. But I'm going to do it so it'll be finished here and put a little water with it so it's easier to do. And on the bottom here, it's a little bit different texture than the rest of the wood. It's kind of on the edge, so it's a little bit more rough. All right, so I've got my sides done, okay? And it's just kind of a weird color. Hey, Miss Margaret, how are you doing? Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. Now I'm going to take some white and I'm going to go in with this so it's a little bit lighter color bunny rabbit. And I'm just going to mix this in together so it's kind of a light beige. It looks better, that color too. The other one, look at the difference. Ooh, kind of ugly. I'm doing well, Miss Margaret. So I'm going to paint the inside, okay? We're going to paint the whole thing, and then I'll take some white and some different colors and make it look a little bit prettier. So we're just going to take this color. See, the outside is darker. Okay, but we're going to do, I wanted it that way. All right. So we're going to just go down like this, and I'm just going to paint the whole thing. I left a little bit where we're going to have the line in between where we're going to put a little bit of the LA colors there on it to paint it. I'm doing well, Miss Margaret. Let's paint the page, ladies, she says. Yeah, thank you so much. Everybody who paints the page. Now, I'm just going to go on the edge here and do it like this because I'm going to put a little white on it, a little bit darker color. We're just going to do a little bit of everything. So I'm just going to paint the whole thing. Trying to be gentle here so I don't get everything everywhere. Thank you, Miss Connie. I hope so. I enjoy doing it a whole lot, so I'm thankful I can do that since I don't have a husband anymore to do things, that's for sure. So I'm getting close to the eyes, but I'm not going to go over the eyes. Hey, Miss Sheila, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. It's funny, Miss Sheila, I work with a Sheila Conway, so it's really funny. I thought that you were her at first. Hey, Miss Kathy Bender, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. You know, as much as I want my page to grow, I really like all the people that I can see. And the more that you grow, it's kind of hard, you know, to see all the comments and everything. And I like that we're small so I can see everything. But I do want to grow, that's for sure. Hey, Miss Faye Pennington, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. All right, so I'm going up underneath close to the eye, but not all the way. And I'm kind of doing it this way. See how there's a little line there? It looks kind of funny right now. You enjoy being here, Miss Kathy? I'm glad you're here. Hey, Miss Janice, how are you doing? Hopefully people will remember that I'm on tonight. I'm going to get close up here to the nose, but we're not going to go in the nose just yet. So I'm just going to keep going here. The good thing about this color is that you can kind of put some white with it and change it a little bit. All of them, I guess you could do that, but I always try to do one coat on the bottom, and then we just put our colors in there and mix it up to make it whatever we want. Try not to do too much. I need a little bit of darkness because we'll be putting some white in there in just a little bit. Hey, Michelle, how are you doing? All right, so I'm going to get it really close right there. It's so quiet here, and that's kind of scary too, because tornadoes sometimes don't make any noise until they're about on you. Hey, Miss Bonnie. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. All of you, thank you for being here. All right, so right now, this is kind of what the bunny rabbit looks like, okay? I wish you would sell a pattern for Jesus on the cross. I can sell a pattern. Just message me anytime you want something. If you're just, do you want the cutout or do you want the piece of wood? Miss Carol, just message me, okay? And you really can get that from that person that's online. They sell the pattern for that. It's an SVG file. I just did it on my own. All right, now I'm taking this darker color, which is the nutmeg brown, okay? And it's a little bit darker, so I'm going to go up underneath right here where the bunny's face goes to his body. I didn't make this one as big as the one in my living room. And it's been a long time since I've actually painted that. It's good to see you, Miss Bonnie. All right, so I'm getting close, and I want to be on that line because you want to cover that up, okay? But you want it to be pretty dark up underneath here. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm kind of doing it like that, okay? And then I'm going to take some more, and then we're going to go on the sides a little bit. So I'm just going to take the edge, and I really need to be taking my smaller brush. But we'll finish this part, and then I'll do it. See, so because I always go into it a little bit, and I don't mean to. Let me see. We're going to kind of just do some like this is what I'm going to do. Just like this. There we go. Just a little more. All right, so it's kind of got it some definition there, and it still has a little bit of whitish color, and I'm going to put some of this kind of in between. Get a little bit of water. I just kind of mix it a little bit. Just like that. So it'll have that color in between. I'm going to get a little bit more white. Just kind of pull it down a little bit. All right, just like that. All right, I'm going to dry it just a little bit because I don't want it to get all in there. We're going to go back over it with the darker color, and then we're going to get an even darker brown and put around the edges. So let me do that. Let me take this, and we're going to go right here again. Well, I say I am. Sometimes doesn't want to do what I ask. But you want that to look a little bit prettier and more crisp. And then I'm going to take this darker color and kind of go right in here. We're just going to mix it just a little. And I'm just kind of making it look like fur just a little bit. See there close? And then we're going to get the darker color and go on the edge. Ask for prayers for your sick friend, Barb. Of course, Michelle. In the hospital, well, we'll be saying a prayer for your friend Barbara. Or Barb. Linda McClure, I sent the hummingbirds out to tell others to watch you. Thank you, Miss Linda. Hey, Miss Peggy, how are you doing? It's good to see you. All right, so I've got the dark color, which is the Burnt Umber, okay, by Apple Barrel. So we're going to do that right on the edge. We want it just a little bit darker. Just on the edge over here. So let me make sure. I say I'm gonna do that and it's just not wanting to move. Sometimes you just gotta mess with your paintbrush a little bit. All right. There we go. Just a little. Trying to give it a little contrast here, but it's giving me a trouble. All right. There we go. Little bit, just to make it look like some fur. So there we go, okay? Now I'm gonna dry that and then we'll do his face. You're welcome, Michelle. I hope she gets to feeling better and gets to go home soon. They sure seem to kick them out of the hospital quickly. That's for sure. Thank you for the hearts, everybody. Have you ever made the female rabbit from Bambi? No, I haven't done that. I should try, huh? We really aren't supposed to do anything Disney-wise. I guess if I just did it, but some people say it's not a good thing to do because Disney can come on you and try to, you know, take you to court. So, I haven't really done anything lately. Alright, so we're going all the way around this with just the regular color brown to give it a little color. See, just like that, okay? And then we're going to do it going the other way. Yeah, try to watch out what I'm doing when it comes to Disney. Alright, so we're going to go around this edge here. And I'm going to go all the way around because I want the dark right behind the eye. And then we're going to go on the edge on this other side. Something you don't need is you're right there, Miss Pat. I don't need a Disney lawsuit. Because I've done a few things, but I only did the one of every item I've ever done. Hey, Miss Terry, how are you doing? All right. So let me get some water here. I'm trying to get the colors. We're just going to kind of go around this a little bit with the different colors. I'm doing it with mostly white, but also some water. Hey, Miss Linda. It's good to see you. Thank you for painting the page. Finally over. I'm glad you are. Lord, I hope you weren't real sick, Miss Terry. I hate that. All right, so I'm making this look a little bit whiter there. So we want to make sure that we go back and do a little bit more color right behind the white. Kind of doing it like this. It's been windy today, like a lot windy with that weather, but hope the weather is good. It's okay here so far. I'm just always worried it's going to do something. I'm going to put a little white here at the bottom. Put a little white right here around the nose. We're just going to mix a bunch of colors together. Just like this. Now I'm kind of just mixing these with the brush just a little bit. Just doing it that way. Let me get some paint. Let me get some paint and mix that a little bit. Now I'm going to get some more of this color, the darker. Kind of just come in here. You don't want it to look really one color or the other. We're just kind of mixing him so he'll look kind of good. Your whole family had it in February. No fun. Glad to hear you're better. For sure, that's terrible. And I'm not so sure I didn't have it, but I never did get positive. No affirmation that I had it, even though it felt like something. I don't know. I don't know what I had, but it wasn't good. That's for sure. All right. So see, I'm having to go through here and get some white and some brown. Brown, brown, brown. All right, I want a little bit darker. I don't know. Right in here. And we'll try to use this color and go on this side because I didn't do this ear like I did the other one. And we'll do it that way. I left my tea glass at the dealership, but I don't want to go back and get it. Isn't that terrible? Don't want to. All right. So I don't care if they throw it away. That's terrible. But I don't. Would y'all want to go back there and get it? Ooh. Somebody's supposed to get tornadoes too, or just us? All right. Let me go around this a little bit and mix this in with that. Just kind of mixing the colors in. Get a little bit, just makes him look more like a realistic bunny rabbit. All right. There. See what that looks like? He's looking more like one, but we're getting there. All right, and I'm going to take this and we're just going to go on the outside of this with a little bit of white right there, and we're going to do it right here. Little Rock, Arkansas had a tornado touchdown. Oh my goodness. That's about 2.5 hours from me. 2.5. So hopefully it's not coming this way, but who knows. Getting bad weather here in West Virginia tomorrow and Sunday, high winds. Well, it's high winds here, that's for sure. But right now I don't even hear anything, which is scary too, like I said. Don't know. All right, I'm gonna go right up underneath here just to give it a little bit of white. I also want to do some white right here. Get a little bit more. All right. Now, we're going to get a little bitty brush, and we're going to do the eyes. So that needs to be black, okay? I've got like way too much paint on here like I always do. Yeah, stay safe, Miss Peggy. I know if anybody goes off, they'll probably be under bad weather, so y'all be safe. Y'all can always watch this later. I'm going to color them in. Always do the outside first and then do the inside. Just like this. Then I'm going to put the pink up there at the top. I think I'm going to go a little bit bigger right here. Just like that. And then his nose is kind of a brown color. Hey, Miss Donna. Definite prayers, y'all. I'm going to do the darker color, but you don't want it too severe, so I'm just going to go over it with this color. Just like this. Try to go around the edges. Just like this. All right, and then we're going to get some... Hey, Miss Patty Price, how are you doing? Hey there, Miss Debbie. How are you doing? Here's what it looks like so far, y'all. Okay. He's kind of got his head to the side a little bit, but I'm going to dry it a little bit. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. We're going to finish him up and he'll look cuter. Thank you for coming on, Miss Debbie. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. All right, now I'm going to get some more black because we got to do his eyelashes, okay? So we're going to do this. Let me turn it around to do this one. You want to very lightly touch right here. See his little eyelash? Or lashes. He's so handsome. Thank you so much for saying that. He is the cutest little bunny rabbit. All right, so we're going to do the same thing here. Now I've got to get a little bit more water. Roll your paintbrush in your paint because you want it to go smoothly. See there? And I'm going to do one more right here. There we go. So see his little lashes? You've been missing me? Yeah. This week I didn't do an extra one with Craft Round the Clock because I couldn't get a time. So but I guess it was good that I didn't because I was very busy at work because my friend quit, and so I've been doing all of everything, and so I'm glad I didn't have to do an extra day. Thank you, Miss Virginia. Hey there, Miss Dina. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. Or is it Dinah? I'm sorry. Divine Designs by Dinah, I think. Thank you so much. All right, now I'm going to take this and we're going to put some little nostrils on here. So we're going to do it down like that. And over here on this side too. And I'm kind of just going to attach it to this little part, okay? We're going to get some, yes, Dinah. Okay. Not Dina, or it wouldn't have an H on it. Thank you. All right, so we're going to get some white. And I put way too much on here, okay? We're going to put a little dot right here. We're going to put one right here. And we're going to put a couple of them right here. Okay? And it kind of has a little bit of a little something right there. And we're going to just put a little line across here. Anytime you got a nose, I always like to put a little white on the top. And we're also going to make some little whiskers. Yes, it's more stressful, but it's okay. I mean, let me get some white. We're going to go right here on the edge with a very light touch. Just like that. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going about 3/4 of the way up. And then doing it all the way down on that one. Okay. So now he's coming to life, right? She's telling everybody to, if you're not on Hummingbird Crafters, then get on Hummingbird Crafters so I can see your stuff, okay? So definitely do that. All right, let me get some more because this one's kind of messy. So we're going to go back over this just like that. Okay, so his little nose has got a little white at the top of it. All right. And I'm going to put a little bit darker brown right in here. Just a little to kind of give him a little mouth like. I want to get it kind of pointed there. So I'm putting a little bit of water on it. Just like that. All right. So it's a little bit thicker there. The eyes are adorable. Thank you for saying that. All right, let me put this little white right here. There we go. I'm going to put a little bit of white on the other side too, just a tad. But I want it to be mostly water. Just like that. But I want it to be less noticeable, so let me move this over some. We just want a little. There we go. So that's a little better. Now let me do the little whiskers. All right. So you want your very pointiest brush. You want to roll your brush in the paint, okay? And then we're gonna take it, well, we can do some dots first. All right. So here's some dots, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Just little bitties. I'm kind of trying to match them a little bit. So there we go. See those? It's cute. Hey, Miss Tammy Johnson, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. Ooh, grilled cheese. That sounds delish. I had a hamburger at lunch, so I don't want anything, Lord. All right, so we're going to take this, and you're going to very lightly do it like that, okay? And I'm going to take another one. We're just going to go off of that. And I want to get just slightly some water. Thank you, Miss Tammy. I'm trying to do them very lightly, but you want a little bit of water. You want it to be a little wet because it's easier to do, but you don't want a lot. I know there's a fine line. So I'm very gently touching it. You don't want to get a lot. And I'm right-handed, so I'm moving it just a little bit. If you have to go back, you can, but just be very gentle. All right, so this is one side, okay? So you have to very gently touch it. So I'm going to turn it over because I'm right-handed. So always take your project and move it over, but you want a little bit of water. So then I just take this and roll it around again. If I get a little bit of water too much, but you want it to be very light. Okay. Okay, so far, that's what it looks like. Okay, but you just got to keep going back and forth. Don't put too much paint on your brush. Hey, Miss Vicky, thank you for being here. Okay, so you're just barely touching it, and I mean barely. See, we want it to be even. So we go back just a little bit because you want them to be even. Okay. You get a little bit more water. Lord have mercy. Back, forth, right? And I'm going to put one more. I'm going to do it from right here. Oh, he's so cute. Look. Isn't that cute? I make it look easy. It isn't easy. Sometimes this part's hard to me. All right. So we're going to dry this, okay? You don't want to touch it or anything. Dry all of this. Oh my goodness. We're going to put some pink in his ears. Going to put some pink on his cheeks. So we want to make sure. Let's look at it from underneath our glasses. since I'm about blind. Painting and Vine. Hey there, how are you doing? Hey, Miss Jerry and Miss Christy, too. I don't know if I said anything to y'all. How are y'all doing? Now, I want to take a little bit of the darker brown, and I want to put it on the top of his nose, because to me, this color is not as pretty. So I'm just going to take it to make a difference in his nose here. Just like that. Okay, so it makes it define just a little bit, okay, without putting black on it, because we don't want that. It does, it requires such a steady hand. I hope I never have a problem with my hands, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to paint, and I'd be very disappointed by that. You love him? Okay, what was I going to do? Pink. Okay. Pink, whatever. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I take blush and I go in here. You don't even have to paint the middle. You just put blush in it, okay? And I just take it. This is from the Dollar Tree. And I do it and I push it into the wood, okay? And it'll stay there. This doesn't really come off, okay, unless you just sit there and rub it, or you take something with a wetness or whatever. So don't do that. Hey there, Miss Vinyl Destination. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. Now I'm going to take some pink and go over his whole area right here, okay, because that's what we want. And we're just going to put some color in there. We want him to be a little bit bashful. This is the best thing to do to give it the color. Oh, and he looks so cute. Okay, now I want a little bit on the top here, because I always have them with a little bit of pink at the top, because to me that just makes them cuter. Okay, so here he is, or she. Now I'm going to put a bow on it. Now I don't have any bows that have pink except for the one with the little dot here. This has a orange right there, but I think I'm going to use it because I have two of those. This came from the Dollar Tree. Hey, Miss Terry. Miss Terry is like my favorite. Oh, did y'all see that? See? I hope we don't have any problems. Ugh. So we're just going to make one little simple bow, okay? Lord, please don't go out. Don't let the light go off. And the power. Thank you for saying that. All right, let me get some good scissors. Always use your good scissors. All right, I'm just going to make one little simple bow, okay? You love the bunny? I know, they're coming here, so be safe, everybody. I know it. I think they're coming from Arkansas. They said Arkansas had a tornado hit the ground, so I hope it doesn't come to Tennessee, to Memphis. Just cannot handle that. Let me make sure. I'm trying to get this. You know that Dollar Tree doesn't have designs on both sides. See how it's just regular beige there? We're going to. Don't say that, girl. Maybe it'll go some other place. It needs to go some other place. I don't want it here. Ugh. Now I'm going to have to be up all night. I don't know what the weather tomorrow is supposed to be. All right, now I don't want it too much close to her eyes, so I'm going to try to make it smaller, okay? We don't want it to be too big. And then I'll cut part of this off. I'm just going to do it at an angle. It's not very big to try to do it any other way. So I've twisted this around, okay, to get the color to be on the top. Okay, that's better because I don't want it dry. So we're just going to do it right across here. Little hot glue, and I'm going to put it right there. And I'm kind of just pushing it down. But this way all of the pretty shows. All right, now. See little strings. Now you could make her a boy and put a bow down here, or you can put it up top. But to me, she's got too pretty of eyes. So, did you finish the mouse? I need to go back and see a mouse. Did you do a mouse, Miss Terry? Yep. I try to go back and watch what she's done. Have y'all seen some of the things she's done from the Dollar Tree that she's redone? Bad weather coming there to Southwest Michigan. It's bad everywhere for sure. She's beautiful. Thank you so much, Miss Pat, Miss Barbara. I know, at least I'm getting off really soon. You did a mouse. Oh, I got to go back and see it. I'll do that while I'm watching TV, as long as there's no bad weather here. Good grief. I hope it goes some other place. Thank you, Miss Debbie. You're so sweet to be here. I appreciate you. Thank you for the hearts, everybody. Thank you, Miss Christy and Miss Margaret. I will check my weather, Miss Peggy. Foggy here in Michigan. You're in Sterling Heights. Where are you? Miss Vicky. Linda McClure, be safe. I will. You too, okay? Hey, Pat Tyner, thank you so much. You be careful too. Everybody that's in the path of the storm, please be careful. Be safe. Get where you are safe. Hey, Maria, thank you for coming on. Thank you, Miss Pat. Thank you for the hearts, everybody. I will be back on Sunday. I don't know what time yet, so I will post it. And I hope y'all have a good evening. Y'all just be safe, okay? And here's the bunny rabbit up close. And I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will take a picture of it for later. Y'all have a good evening, and thank you, Terry, for being here especially. And have a good day, okay? Have a good evening. Be safe. Thank you, Miss Patty. Hey, Miss Carolyn, sorry. Yeah, be safe, everybody. Y'all take care, and I will see y'all Sunday. Bye-bye.